And check out the Comic Outlaw on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, drop a like, and let us know what you like, what you don't like, and we'll get back to you. And as always, I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. And yes, we're switching back to Star Wars, and I thought I'd do something special, something near and dear to my heart. Darth Vader in The Lost Command. Now, when I went over this series a few years ago, I just thought it was all kinds of awesome, and I just thought I'd share it out there for the people who love legends as much as I do. And we drift. A man is dreaming. Anakin. His wife, Padme, is pregnant. Soon, they will have children, twins. Anakin is filled with love. And yet, something strange, unfamiliar as he wakes up in pain. His body severed, crushed, destroyed. But his heart is filled with darkness, the dark side. For Anakin has become Darth Vader. And this is the shifting times. 8 months after his transformation. He is improving his body bit by bit. For the first body given to him was clunky, weak. But lately he's been building more and more onto himself. And with great pain comes great power from the dark side. Vader has learned to harness this pain, this suffering, and he's learned to endure. And he schedules the next appointment for his limbs as soon as possible. More to be improved. But his master calls him Darth Sidious. And he has been summoned, so he tells him to fetch his helmet. For Lord Vader must appear, as always. As he makes his grand entrance, the Emperor studies him. As he studies everyone in the room, Sidious by no means did not become emperor for being a fool. And he tells Vader to kneel before him. And Vader says, "What is thy bidding, my master?" For this is the bond between Sith and apprentice. The rule of two, one who has the power and one who craves it. And Sidious looks at him and says, "My apprentice, rise." And the mission is brought before him that Grand Tarkin's son has been stolen. Now, anyone that's paid attention to the Empire knows that Tarkin is quite frankly, a magnificent bastard in the Empire. But anyways, they do not trust Vader with this mission. So they're going to send Tarkin's number 2, Captain Shell, to make sure the mission doesn't go astray. Vader's been indulging in his own bloodlust and going after Jedis, costing the factory of several machines and other such equipment disasters. But anyways, Vader is off, and Vader tells him to cut down anyone. There will be no mercy shown here, for this is not the Republic. It has been tossed away, burnt to ashes, and the Empire stands. And as these ships begin to descend, Vader ushers out, for he is a leader who leads by example, crushing all in his way, for he is a true Dark Lord of the Sith. And the man Anakin, every day that Vader steps forward, the man known as Anakin disappears further and further into the shadows. And now Vader tells his men to cut them down. Vader just doesn't want to win. He wants a magnificent triumph. He wants them crushed firmly under the Empire's foot. And as they begin the assault, they begin blowing away anyone that stands in their way. They're mowing them down. Now this is still a time where the clones are active. They're still warriors for the Republic and far better soldiers than the stormtroopers that would later come to pass. These troops are seasoned. They know how to fight. And they also have the new equipment, new guns. And Vader is just mowing everyone down with the dark side, cutting a swath through with his lightsaber. And with each kill, brings him closer to the dark side, indulging his rage, his anger. And his shell comes out from the back, knocks out one of the rebels, and basically the fighting ends for now. And they begin interrogating people. They begin torturing people for information. For Vader must complete his mission. He must redeem himself in his master's eyes for his shortcomings of late. Now as they step through the main fortress, they're debating what to do. Vader decides on a frontal assault. Some of the troops think that it's a bad idea, but they don't know what the Dark Lord of the Sith is capable of. And he just lifts his hands up and whoosh! Snow, wind, energy comes pulsing out of the dark figure. Pushing forward, raging forward, like a sudden pulse, a burst of dark side energy flows through him, pushing away the soldiers, confusing them, as Shell and his men make their way up. And of course Vader, not to be upstaged, has other plans. While they're invading from the top, Vader will make his grand entrance. Right through the front, killing them all. But there's a problem. They're beginning to understand that these savages, these natives, don't speak basic. Their language seems almost unrecognizable. But that doesn't matter to Vader. His mission, his goal is in sight, and he pushes open the door with ease and tells them to round up the prisoners and bring them to the river. He has plans for them. And as Vader begins to interrogate them, he doesn't understand what they say, neither does the protocol droid, even though the protocol droid laments that they might be mourning the losses of their fallen comrades. And it means just as much to the protocol droid as it does to Vader. Absolutely nothing, as he orders for them to be drowned in the river, slowly. But a woman approaches. Cautiously, Vader stands there, telling the men to hold their fire, for the Dark Lord is well capable of taking care of himself. This woman identifies herself as the High Priestess, Shorino, and she's a priestess of this planet, and she wishes to serve, to join, and most of all, she has information to help Vader on his quest to find Tarkin's son. Will they join together? Will this alliance hold? We'll find out the next time. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.